everybody, it's Wednesday the 13th of December 2017 and I've come out about 2.5 k's from home in amongst the fields. So we've got an access road here which is perfectly straight. It has a bit of a dip in it, but nothing to be too worried about. I've got fields on this side, and on this side it's the East Coast Main Railway line between Aberdeen and Edinburgh and eventually to London. The plan for today is to do an interval session. I'm looking really to go at about 80% of my maximum heart rate, which would normally be a tempo run, but I haven't done intervals probably for a good 2 years, so the 90% target that I would normally set as a coach, that's not going to happen. That's too risky. So I'm going to set my Garmin 620 to give me the heart rate. I've got the chest heart rate monitor strap on, so it should be reasonably accurate, much more accurate than the optical ones that you get on your wrist. I'm going to run for 400 metres, have 2 minutes recovery, 400 metres back, 2 minute recovery, and then do that again. So it's going to be 4 reps of 400 metres. I'm not sure how we'll get on. I'll talk a little bit about the theory once I get back to base, because it is getting quite late in the afternoon and it'll be dark in not too long. Okay, so we'll get on with this, get my jacket off and get the heart rate monitor set up, and off we jolly well go. Right, that's us ready to go, so we'll get going now. Okay, so we'll do 400 out, 2 minutes recovery, 400 back again, and then do that again. Okay, here we go. Well, that was tough. So the average heart rate for that was just under 150. I don't know what the maximum was. On the way out it was 82% of max, on the way back at 85, so that was probably a bit faster than I should be going. Definitely out of practice for doing these faster runs. As you can see, the pace that I came back there. So we're having our roughly 2 minutes. I should have checked my watch to see when I stopped. Essentially we'll go when it gets to 80. There's no reason for choosing that number other than it's a nice round number. 89, 88, 7, 6. 4, 80. Here we go again for another 2 reps, 400 metres with 2 minutes rest at the other end. Okay, so as I stopped there, the heart rate was 87%. So that wasn't speed building up, it was just the sustained. So that's a mile that we've done really relatively hard. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was absolutely hard running, but given that I haven't been doing this for 2 years, You just can't jump straight in and expect to run for a mile flat out. So 80% would have been fine. I've come in a bit more than that, which is good. There's a train just about to go past on that side. No, I'm seeing this back to front, so yes, train went past on that side. That's weird, really weird. I can see myself in the screen, but everything is back to front, so when I hold it in my right hand, it's the left hand that comes up on the screen. So yeah, so average heart rate was 146. So if my theoretical was 167, then yeah, that works at about 85, roughly 85% of what my maximum heart rate would be in theory. Sounds like there's another train coming past and it would be over there. Wow, almost got it right that time. Okay, so we'll head back. That was until the screen comes round. I think it was 1.61 kilometres that we did. 1.73 actually. Okay, so it's getting dark now. We'll head back to base. I'll do the preview kind of bit that I would normally do at the start of the video to say what it is we're going to do, why we're doing it and what the objective is, and kind of put that into the context of what we're going to be looking for over the next month or two. Okay, let's get back to base. Well, here we are back at base, back in out the cold. I said that I would do a little review of what we'd done today, why we were doing that, what the objective was, and where it fits into the programme for the next couple of months. So what we were doing obviously was a set of 400 metre reps with recovery in between each of the 400 metres. It went probably pretty much as I expected. I haven't done any speed work really for 2 years. If you look back at the early videos in the Praying for the Finish series, you'll see that I went to Leave in Las Vegas every Tuesday night, and every week it was speed work of some kind. So as we're going into this next phase of marathon training, I think it's time to try and improve our pace. So speed work, both in terms of reps and tempo runs and hill reps, are going to be the order of the day for the next couple of months. Okay, so the objective for today is, or rather was, to try and ease myself back into speed work. So normally I work out like I did today. You'd be looking at running roughly 90% of your maximum heart rate. But because I haven't been doing any speed work, I need to ease myself in. If I jump straight into 90% reps, there's a good chance I'll do a physical damage, I'll have an injury. I'm just not going to take that risk. So the plan was to run 80% of maximum heart rate. What is maximum heart rate? Well, the notional number is 220 minus your age. So for me that would be 158 beats a minute. But I run 150 plus in normal running, so that can't possibly be my maximum. No, that rate is for somebody that's sedentary, doesn't actually exercise very much, maybe goes walking the dog or walking to the bus stop. It's certainly not for somebody that's running 5 or 6 days a week. So there are other formulae that are quite a lot more complicated, and there are some physical tests that you can do to work out roughly what your maximum heart rate is. I'm going to do a separate video that will take you through all of those, and you can easily work out a notional, reasonably accurate maximum heart rate for yourself. Mine is working out at 167, At that maximum heart rate, 80% would be 134 and 90% would be 150. So the recent runs that I've been doing have been kind of over 150, just ordinary conversational pace runs. So that is not 90% effort. So obviously the 167 doesn't really work for me anymore. So I'm going to go out and do the physical assessment in a couple of days. So I will make a video of that, as I said. I'll also do another video, a third one, and it'll be looking at VO2 max. Again, you know, my Garmin watch tells me what my VO2 max is. It says I'm 48, but there's a big difference between having a 48 VO2 max at 62 and having that at 22. So we'll look at VO2 max, what it is, what it means, how you may have to adjust things to suit your own particular characteristics, and how you can use VO2 max in your training schedules. Okay, so that'll be coming shortly, and see you then.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to make sure you get notifications of all new content.